What's up, y'all? Smash that like button and hit subscribe because it's time for another update. Let's talk about Tiffany Henyard. Yep, I figured it was time for a little check-in since she's been ghost lately, off camera, off Facebook. Real quiet all of a sudden. Maybe, just maybe, one of her bargain bin attorneys finally told her to sit down and shut up. Maybe she's starting to understand just how serious this whole mess really is. But honestly, I doubt it. I wouldn't put money on it. I think she still believes she can just walk away like nothing ever happened. That all these court cases will magically disappear, that she can skip hearings, pop into a Zoom session now, and then it'll all be good. Nah, not happening. The FBI is still watching. The investigation is still active. Just gotta be patient. As my grandmother used to say, patience is a virtue. And Tiffany? She's going to get arrested. It's not a matter of if, it's when. Trust me on that. Everything's just simmering right now, but it's far from over. Let's take a look at these court dates. First one, Tack Group Investments versus Tiffany Henyard. That's the family that owns St. Patrick's. Tiffany and I, forget her husbands. Name but the Kamar family, the ones who run that liquor store. That case is about her refusing to approve their license. The court had to step in and force her to give them the liquor license just so they could keep their business running. But if y'all remember, there was another license she still didn't hand over. One more permit or approval that was left hanging. I don't know if they ever got it or if it's still in limbo, but it looks like this might be a continuation of that whole mess. Who knows? It's hard to keep up when someone's got over 100 lawsuits coming at them from every direction. At this rate, she could be in court every day for the next decade. Now this second one, no clue who Jeff Deere is, but he's also filed a suit against her. Then there's the one from the Edgar County Watchdogs. That one's about FOIA, Requests Freedom of Information Act, stuff regarding her credit card receipts. Remember, she blamed the trustees for those missing receipts. I don't even recall all the details anymore, but it's tied to those financial records she claims she misplaced. She really thought she could just tell a judge, "Oh, I lost them. Not sure where they went." But the judge wasn't having it. Told her to show the court exactly what she did to try and find the records. Her loudmouth lawyer, Mr. Buff Brisket, Brimley tried to draft an affidavit or whatever, but the court rejected it. So yeah, we're still waiting on a real response there. And let's not forget she was supposed to get fined $1,000 a day starting June 6th for not handing over those FOIA documents. Today's June 30th. That's 24 days. She should owe the court $24,000 by now. But this is Illinois, and let's be real, especially in the Chicago area. Doesn't even seem like these courts care. They let her slide on law after law, walk into court like she owns the place. So, will they ever actually hold her to that? Fine, who knows. But they should, absolutely. Moving on, this David Duvall guy. Don't know him either, but apparently he's part of the pylon too, along with like 40 other people or businesses who've got legal beef with her. Now here's the one that really ticked me off. This one is personal, because this woman messed with the firefighters' retirement funds, their medical insurance. These are first responders, people who put their lives on the line. And now when they go to the doctor, they're getting turned away because of something she did, something careless, something selfish. And that right there, that's why I don't have a single ounce of sympathy for her. That's why I call her all kinds of names, because she earned every one of them. The stuff she's done, it's unforgivable. Let's talk about those firefighters for a second. Go out every single day prepared to put their lives on the line. They don't sit behind a desk or take lunch breaks like the rest of us. Their job is life or death. They step into burning buildings, deal with explosions, chemical fires, collapse structure stuff that would make regular people freeze up in fear. That's not occasional work. That's the weight they carry every time that alarm goes off. And even if they're not fighting fires daily, when duty calls, they move without hesitation. Think about it, pulling a full-grown adult, be 200 pounds or more, out of a second-story window or down a narrow stairwell while flames are all around them, while smoke is choking out the air. That's what they're trained for. That's what they do. Let me tell you, they earn more than just a paycheck when they do that. They earn every ounce of respect this community has to offer. Or at least, they should. But Tiffany Henyard, she didn't see it that way. She didn't respect them. She didn't protect what they had earned. Instead, she went and tampered with their retirement funds. She played games with their medical insurance stuff. Those men rely on after years of risking their lives. Imagine a firefighter who's been working 15, 20 years. It's finally needing surgery or treatment and getting told at the doctor's office, "Sorry, your insurance isn't valid because of her." That's what happened. That's the part that makes my blood boil. That's why I don't feel bad for Tiffany at all. That's why I have no sympathy. She didn't just mismanage funds, she broke trust. She turned her back on the very people who protect this town. That's not just irresponsible, that's straight up evil. And that's why I'm just sitting here, patient, real calm. Because I know it's coming, the feds. Oh, they're not done. It's not by a long shot. This might take a few more months, maybe even a year. But it's coming. I don't care how long it takes. I'll be right here, waiting for that moment when Tiffany finally gets hit with every charge she's earned. She didn't just bring down Dalton, she brought chaos to Thornton Township too. It's 2 whole communities flipped upside down. People are still trying to understand just how deep the damage goes. Yeah, that Lightfoot audit report helped. It exposed a lot, brought some truth to the surface. But let's be real, where are the receipts? Where's the hard data? We haven't seen a full financial breakdown. We don't know how much money is missing, misused, or wasted. We have no clue if Thornton Township is deep in debt or barely hanging on. And we're definitely not taking Tiffany's word for it. She's a professional liar, a habitual, compulsive, pathological liar. She's lied so much. She probably believes her own garbage at this point. And let's not forget, she's got a habit of playing hide-and-seek with the courts. Anytime there's a hearing, she tries to zoom in, act like she's too busy or too important to show up in person. Nah, if I were that judge, I'd shut that down real quick. I'd tell her, you will be physically present for every single court date. I don't care what your schedule looks like. If 2 hearings are scheduled for the same time in different courtrooms, figure it out, because that's what's happening. Some of these court appearances are scheduled back to back, or even at the exact same time in 2 different rooms. Like courtroom C at 8 a.m. and courtroom B also at 8 a.m. on the same day. And if it were up to me, I'd make it simple. This one. That's a bench warrant. Every single time she skips, throw her in jail. Let her see what accountability really feels like. If I were the judge, she would have already done 7 or 8. Stints behind bars, 30 days each. Just to teach her that public service is not a free-for-all. She'd be begging to stay out of court by now. But nah, these judges out here, they're soft. They follow this broken legal system where the criminals get coddled, while hardworking people, the ones paying rent, the ones covering mortgages, the ones just trying to stay afloat, get hit the hardest. Where's Tiffany? Now, probably trying to disappear, laying low, thinking that if she stays quiet long enough, everyone will forget. But that's not happening, not on my watch. These judges need to get serious. She needs to be ordered to show up for every single court date, no exceptions. And if she can't, throw her in a cell. It's where she's headed anyway. Might as well get comfortable. So yeah, I just had to speak on it. Let y'all know the heat is still on. We haven't heard from her in a while. But don't get it twisted. She's still at the center of this mess. We're not about to forget what she did. Not to the village, not to the firefighters, not to the people. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and stay tuned, because I promise you, I'll be right here when that hammer drops.